My name is Erika Twani, and I'm the author of Becoming Einstein's Teacher. And today we're going to talk about why aren't students learning? And mainly focused on the use of technology. The 2020 was a great year where technology and we had so many advances in technology. Extensive use in the schools in general, at home, by little ones, by older students, by parents. But at the end, districts are reporting that over 50% of students will fail in this year that is just ending. So why aren't students learning if we have access to so much technology? Well, one of the reasons is that when students went home with technology, what teachers expected is to use the same process that they use while in school and expected children to learn. So children were 7-8 hours in front of a computer, and do you believe that they will give the same attention? They will have the same level of attention and they will have the same level of engagement in your class while at home? Of course not. That frustrates teachers because they expect that to happen. They expected that to happen, but it didn't happen. The reality is that it was really, really challenging for students and parents as well, mainly because they're not used to that. They're not used to being in front of a computer for so many hours, and to not have that person next to you that will teach you something. So let's go back to the question and why students are not learning. Pretty much is because the process that we're using while they're home is the same process that you use while they're in school. You have a teacher in front of a class that provides the necessary information and then provides some activities so students can develop. Whereas, now students are at home in front of a computer, they have a lot of distractions. They can play games, which was what they used computers for. They can do drawings, they can do access the internet, they can do so many other things rather than just focus on learning. That's not fun. So they get distracted. So the key for us is to discover that intrinsic motivation that will get students learning and get students focused, even when they're at home and they're in front of a computer and they have all these things to go over. Just take an example. When you are interested on something, let's say I have my nephew who loves soccer. He loves watching videos about soccer. He loves reading articles about soccer. He wants to see what was the score. So what if we used all of that, something connected to the interests of the student, and embedded the content around it to make sure that they, by themselves, have that intrinsic motivation that will help them to continue to learn. When we talk about intrinsic motivation, the big question is, how do we develop that? And the answer is, it's all about the learning process. It's moving from having the teacher in front of a classroom and expecting students to regurgitate what they have learned into something that is more personalized, that it follows a specific process that is aligned to something that every child already has, which is a brain. In previous videos, I talked extensively about the learning process and how exactly to develop that intrinsic motivation that we need to ensure that children learn not only at home, but also in the classroom. My name is Erika Twani, and I'm the author of Becoming Einstein's Teacher. If you like this video, subscribe and give it a like and get your book.